Hi, I'm Kelly. That's my name. I want to talk some more about this gang stalking stuff because it's pretty fucking sick. It's not really too bad. It can be bad some days because we have a constant stream of people that come over to our home. And depending on whether you have Facebook or not, you cut that shit 50% in half. Getting rid of Facebook, best thing you ever could do. You don't want nothing to do with that. But it's the little stuff that they do. They take your stuff when they come over, and these people, they can be your friends, they can pretend to be your friends, and they're not your friends. They can be like a normal person one moment, the next moment, you're dealing with something else. You're dealing with something demonic entering the people. Their rationale is all fucked up. They've got sort of elitist view on things, and they always want to be telling you about you and your shit, what you're supposed to be doing. Never trying to help you. That's clue number one. They don't really try to help you. If they do, it's really just help theirself. You know, they'll flip shit around, make a mess, and then go all into your shit because they can't deal with their own stuff. They can't be dealt with. They can't be examined. They can't go in, and if they can, they can't bring that out. They can't identify. It's all a game, and they're so fucking hive mind. It's kind of sick. We've got a place over here where pretty sure it's a drug dealer guy. I think he's into some even more fucked up shit, but obviously he's somehow coordinated with the cops. Somebody that's supposed to be a friend is related to him, and this one chick is staying over there, and it all emanates out from there. Somebody's made a deal. They scratching each other's backs, but it's the technology shit, you know? I had some stuff come up missing after I had somebody over, and then somebody else came, and, so now that there's two people, you don't know who did it. You know where your shit's at, you know when it's gone, and, that's sort of the thing, and I questioned her about it, and she's like, well, I only take people's stuff who take stuff from me. I started thinking about it today. I had some markers that she had left over here last time, and I couldn't find them because I was changing my room around, and I had them in a drawer. I've since then found them. But that's why she took this shit. She took it because she had a valid fucking reason, and it was some shit she didn't have to leave. She left me some markers to paint, but it wasn't like I took her shit. This is why it's best not to deal with these people and not to have them around. It's because they're fucked up. They get into your phone. They're always on the phone. They're never fucking paying attention to you. It's always something else. They cannot, I watch a lot of YouTube. I like to have it play in the background and listen to shit. And I like to listen to phones, but social media, no. Not doing it. Not on there. And another thing is that when I did do social media, I was very vocal about certain things. And I make Organite. Make some kick-ass Organite. And I use this stuff. And it's great. It has an effect, but they don't want you to tell people shit. They don't want you to know nothing. So they start squeezing in like an anaconda. But it doesn't really matter. Because, this is the way I figure it. If you get saved and you're going to be an actual person and you have an actual afterlife that's meant, to be, you will be, that's already a known. But if you're one of these people who's disposable, let's say hell, and I don't really even believe in hell per se, but let's just say if you're non-redeemable and you go into hell, the whole time that person's alive, that whole life, if it leads to them going into hell, then basically they are a non-player character. And what you get from those people is things from you. Now, if you're a Buddhist and you've meditated and you see all this stuff up here, but you're not really fully enlightened, I feel like my walk with Christ really does something that it pushes through that envelope where the Buddhist people, they're not trying to hear it. So they want to tell you all that, you get a lot of shit that you normally think in your head from them. And it might fuck you up, you know, but it really doesn't have to, because once you realize, they're just running the same bullshit narrative that is automated in your mind. People in America have, if you have one positive thought and one negative thought, that's balanced out. But for every positive thought we have here in America, in general, we got like 3 more negative thoughts. Like, I'm going to get up and go and do this. No, you can't. You're too fat. No, you're not smart enough. That's what puts you in a post-traumatic state, and it sort of bogs you down. It makes you very difficult. And really, the higher dimensionality aspect of it is that we sort of have to make our own, Dark Lord, our own hero and all these things. We have to write these programs for ourselves, and you see that coming into play more and more, and just don't let it bother you. Once you realize these people have no real power, but it's just sad the way that they're orchestrated, and you want to reach out. You want to have genuine people. You want to have genuine relationships. You want to have these opportunities. But what you start to find is that you can't get through. Either these people are so irrational on how they interact or how they react or what mode they're in. Like all these people that hate Trump. They're not trying to hear shit. Now, I've never been Democrat or Republican per se. But, anybody with any sense knows that the man at least is fighting some of this shit. And what is some of this shit? Well, if you can believe in God or not, but, if you got a bunch of church where they're molesting kids, you want to crack that shit down. They steal people, and they do. They're still human trafficking and shit. So you want to believe, even if you are in a belief and it's not true, you still want to believe and even go further and actually fix some of these things. But if you can't even get the belief of there's a problem, there needs to be a solution, or cross to some people, you got a serious fucking problem. And that's where we're at. We're in a serious fucking problem with mind control and a bunch of shit. And I don't pretend to know the answers. But, man, I've discovered some amazing things on the way. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Play with the camera.